A golden week doesn't technically count as a break, which is why we are getting a break on One Piece next week. Still, moment, but hey, it is what it is. And he of course ends the chapter with a chapter that we really want to know. Are we finally gonna get some answers? And strangely enough, when I'm seeing this, I'm actually beginning to once again think, wait, are you telling me Big Mom really will die this arc? I mean, getting a flashback and all. But yes, this is the One Piece chapter 865. I'll try to be quick, but I probably won't. First off, the next cover page is an inblick on the beautiful pirates. Of course, we see Salmon, we see Fowl, who, by the way, sits normal on a chair and drinks tea. I think that's tea. And Cavendish dreaming about his childhood, where young girls were all swayed by him and Fowl. You know, I really wish those young girls would have sworn over me. Strangely enough, he says something like, I think you already know, but in the past I. So what does that mean? Does that mean Cavendish used to be a noble? Or is he just saying he was so popular with nobles? Either way, onward to the chapter. First off, Caesar is preparing the mirror and wonders why Big Mom hasn't screamed yet. Luffy grabs the mirror pieces to show, but Katakuri decides to attack, while Pero still taunts the Windsmoke family. Judge mentions that if they had the raid suits, this would not have happened. If you ask me, I still don't know. How does that even make any sense? This are the this is the Windsmoke family. The Windsmoke's children were surgically enhanced so they can create powers that does not come from a devil fruit. And Judge say they need their raid suits? I mean, we haven't gotten so much info on these raid suits besides the ability that they can float and stuff, but still, is the raid suit necessary to utilize the power? We get a heartwarming moment with Sanji running towards the Windsmoke, where Reiju is saying that even though she has cursed her name and the life she has lived, she is very glad to have met Sanji because thanks to him there is good in the Windsmoke blood. And of course, Sanji cannot defeat that genie. It's just what I'm saying. For crying out loud, are you really gonna end this? Are you gonna end this arc with Windsmoke redeemed and Sanji not getting his revenge? Given how this arc felt like it, for a moment it almost looked like that. I mean, it's heartwarming what Ryuju says, but still. Either way, Besh fires against Katakuri and it doesn't work against his Logia. Makes me question though, did Besh just right now randomly fire or did he use Buzo? It doesn't matter. We see for the first time that when it's confirmed also when Katakuri did attack Luffy, that black mochi was Buzo Haki, because when he attacks Luffy now, it is not black. So both Pedro and Jinbei tries to help, but Katakuri is faced through both of those and managed to trap Luffy, but too late. Luffy, utilizing his stretching, stretches the broken pitcher right in front of the face of Big Mom. And not only does she begins to scream, she actually breaks down crying. First it was Windsmoke Judge, and now Big Mom. Just seeing the picture, she doesn't become angry, she becomes extremely upset. She shrieks out her alien sound that is so powerful that Luffy gets almost blown away. Every now and then again, guest falls a Buzo. Strangely enough, the emperors of the underworld do not. I'm saying strangely enough because this seems to hint that they really are powerful and not just influential. Yeah, but Big Mom's scream is indeed very big. But she falls to her knees and she does scrub her knee, scrub it, meaning she is now weakened. As Besh, Gotti, and Vito prepare the launchers. Oh, and by the way, Besh has the third launcher, probably intending that they're gonna fire all launchers at once. Can you say overkill? Then again, this is a Yonko, maybe that's necessary. Elsewhere, Chopper has managed to plug the Vinsmokes with the ears, and Sanji has freed the candy, showing that in order to break the candy, you need to have fire. I have to say though, that picture of Sanji standing over there with his white suits and his family looking up, everybody besides Niji looking very surprised, I gotta say that is a very badass pose. They're surprised though, that's the most surprised of them all. I mean, here comes the strange thing. Nami, for some reason, managed to get the raid suits, which is actually in cans, meaning they're probably portable. I mean, that's pretty effective. But, if I have to say something, did you just give the raid suit to the Vinsmoke family? Seriously? I mean, Ichiji's face for a moment looked like, wait, what is this? This can't be, or more like, oh, how strange, almost like that. I mean, the fact that they looked up to Sanji and looked with him with such surprise. Not Niji, he looked more angry. Makes me actually wonder what they were thinking. Of course, Nami by the say is saying that they should take care of themselves. But who knows? I mean, now the Vinsmokes have their raid suits. It wouldn't surprise me if they just decide to use this chaos to take Nami and just skedaddle. If that does happen, I won't complain, because that will finally give Sanji the reason to kick his family's ass. But for a moment it almost looked that the Vinsmokes would be redeemed. Either way, Smoothie begs somebody to stop Beige and the fire tank as they prepare to fire. But the chapter ends with Big Mom looking at the photo and remember her mother Caramel as she left her 63 years ago in the New World on Elbaf. And we will get a break. Oh, okay. Theory time. Maybe Mother Caramel did not leave her on Elbaf because it's not exactly confirmed on what this. Because Big Mom begins to have feelings like, hey, Mother, listen, Mother. Everybody here won't listen to me. Hey, Mother, where are you going? Where have you disappeared so suddenly? I wonder, when she is talking like that, is she meaning right now? Is she talking to the picture? The way she says, they won't listen to me, just further proves my theory. But now we're gonna get a flashback, and we're finally gonna see Elbaf. Is this implying we're not gonna get an arc with Elbaf after all, but we're gonna get it in flashback? Hell, as long as we get Elbaf, that's fine with me. From what we see from it, it seems to be on Mountain Island, very reminiscent of the Nordic mythology. I mean, I'm from Scandinavia, so I should know. And also, it seems to have a very large tree. Or is that something else? If that's a tree, it wouldn't surprise me if that tree is either named Midgard or Asgard, or maybe even it should be named Yggdrasil. Of course, it could be neither, but if this is going with the Nordic mythology, it wouldn't surprise me if Oda throws it in there. But yeah, it's the. But what I'm trying to say is, we're gonna get a flashback, and I'm beginning to wonder. I haven't checked yet, but these popular theorists, those Joey Boy theorists, or was it their theorists? I wonder when they see this flashback, are they gonna say, "Oh yeah, as I thought, now Big Mom's gonna be redeemed"? Because this flashback will very likely hints towards a very tragic past on Big Mom's part. I don't want to feel sympathy for her. Big Mom is a monster, in both personality and in power, and I don't want to feel sympathy for her. However, this past is already confirming one thing I have said a lot of times. I have said that Totoland is not a utopia for all the different races. No, I have described it more like a child playing with her dolls. And this flashback, at least mostly that line Big Mom said, just further confirms, for me at least, that Big Mom has an unstable and immature mind. In fact, there was someone who wrote on a manga helper, I think. What did he say? He said something like just what I said. The fact that maybe Big Mom have abandonment issues, and that's why she's so obsessed with family and control, because she didn't have a family in her life. and wasn't loved, so for her she cannot show love, and she needs a family because that's what she always wanted. The problem is she doesn't know what a loving family is, so she is showing control. And this Total Land is, as I said before, it's basically just what a little girl wanna play with. I think that's it. Big Mom has an unstable and immature childish mind. Or is this flashback gonna imply something else? In fact, the very fact that they're saying Elbath hints that we may find out why Big Mom is hated by all the giants. In fact, even I have a theory there. Do the giants hate Big Mom because of who she is? Or do they hate her for what she is? And what do I mean by that? I mean, when I saw Elbaf, I immediately began to think, wait, is Big Mom giant after all? I mean, it was certainly explained, maybe, why she has such insane pregnancy methods. But what I'm trying to say is, what if Big Mom really is a giant, but she suffers from some kind of sickness, some kind of dwarf sickness that makes her smaller than a normal giant, and the giants hate her because, well, they hate giants that are suffering from that. In fact, we shouldn't forget Marine Bastille. He is called a giant, at least in Uda's word, but he is nowhere near a big giant. Hell, he's not even he's not even taller than Big Mom. He's basically just short. Of course, that's just a random theory. It could be her personality. But I think this flashback will at least answer why the giants hate her. So yeah, finally getting some answers. I love answers, but flashbacks, well, they can take a long time, but they will be emotional. So give me your thoughts if you have any.